What's up, folks? So a few people say, Mark, you got to do a video on coronavirus. You got to speak to us on the coronavirus. That's what I'm saying. Because my YouTube channel has been doing very well. I've been pretty much focused over there. And oh, by the way, folks, you're gonna be home for a while. Pick up the book. That's me right there. This is my baby right here. I just published this last month. It's been a month now. You can get it at lulu.com, Nature versus Nurture. It's a really good book, really good read. Uh, I did a lot of scholastic research. It's mostly, it's concentrated and concerned in your biology and your DNA and stuff, things of that nature. So check out Nature versus Nurture again. Now, real quick, this whole coronavirus thing, right? From an economic standpoint, it's been a complete disaster. We all know this, right? Let me just give you some perspective. The stock market was at 29,500 3 weeks ago. We're now roughly at about 20,000. I think today we closed up back to 21,000. Yesterday we dropped to 20,000, 19,000. What to put that in context? Let me give you some context. 3.5 years, whatever, 3.5 years, 3 years ago, when Trump came in, right, the market was at where we are today, right? It was roughly about 20,000, 19,000. So you want to say, okay, in 3.5 years, we've gained roughly 10,000 points on the Dow, right? Now we just dropped 33%, roughly, give or take, 33% in about 3 weeks. So we wiped out 3 years of economic growth in 3 weeks, right? Because we dropped about 33% in 3 weeks. And that's 3 years of economic growth in 3 weeks. Just to, again, put things in context and give you some perspective. Now, I know a lot of people are going to sit here and say, well, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about the market. Like, that's the upper echelons, the 1%, fraction of 1%ers, whatever. Middle America, but we don't care about the market. That's not what people vote. People that ain't going to their polls worried about the market, right? But that's not true. Middle America do care about the market because you got to remember, if Middle America have pension plans, you know what I'm saying? Middle Americans have retirement plans. Middle Americans have 529 plans, and your 529 plan that you got set up for your children is tied directly to the stock market. So is your pension and your 401ks, et cetera, et cetera. So whether you're the person allocating the assets, whether you're the person managing or micromanaging your account, it does not matter. You're still there's a certain degree of separation. Yes, all that be that as that may be, that there's a certain degree of separation between you, your company, and the market or whatever. But you're still tied to the market nonetheless. So it kills me when people like not concerned or we don't care. Again, if Middle America works, Middle America has pension plans. Pension plans are tied to the stock market. So you might not be. It might not be a pressing issue for you, right? It might not be the first thing on your mind, but it is on your mind nonetheless. So, from that perspective, it's been an economic nightmare, right? Because again, it wiped out 3 years of economic growth in 3 weeks. And we've been in this biggest, strongest bull market that the market has ever been in. Never in the history of the country has the stock market ever hit damn near 30,000. So the trajectories and should those trajectories continue without this, this pandemic, had this pandemic not arise and those trajectories continued, who knows where this market would be another 6 months from now, 7 months from now? Because if you go off market algorithms, if you use technicals and fundamentals and you use that to project, you can kind of safely assume that this thing would have probably been at 40,000 by the end of the year. It's not unforeseeable based off certain algorithms and stuff like that. But again, so Corona obviously has claimed lives, right? There's a human capital expenditure and there's a economic capital expenditure, but it's been a nightmare nonetheless. But like in a couple videos I spoke before, I said, listen, your best defense mechanism against this whole thing is your immune system, right? Honey does not spoil, right? Like honey, you can have honey in your house for eons, right? From like forever, and it will never spoil. Honey is like one of those only elements that don't spoil whatsoever. And so taking, a dose of honey every day, which is something grandparents always told you to do anyway. But taking honey, vitamin D, the egg yolks, getting those egg yolks to get your vitamin D in there is a great way to boost your immune system. I just keep telling people, like, your best defense right now against the bacteria, the virus, is building up your immune system, right? And it doesn't guarantee anything, but again, like I said, it does increase your odds. A strong immune system, regular exercise routine, workouts, not just, now, but it should be incorporated in your life as a way of life. Better late than never, so I'm not knocking anybody who's starting now. But yeah, that's it. So, and then just hunker down. This too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? This too shall pass, like everything else. Peace. Be safe out there.